Hello, hello. Welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well. So, first of all, thank you for all your answers. So, I know exactly what you prefer, and most of you like to see the cards being opened in front of you. So, it's good to know. Second, what else did I see? Regarding the timestamp, great advice. And in fact, there are timestamps in the description box. There was not in the beginning, but since a few weeks they are. But I kind of feel that, it's once I open the camera that I truly start. So I don't know how relevant those timestamps are. Also, another suggestion that I had, it was to see my face. So this will not happen because simply I kind of feel that it is not necessary in the readings. I think that there is some kind of advantage of not seeing someone's face, being concentrated on the voice, on the cards, all those kind of things. But I do understand the fact that maybe you want to know who is talking. I know that I like it. Regarding tarot readings. So there are pictures of me in my profile, but if they are too small and you want to see more, you can go to my Instagram. It is also called the Soul Review. There are dots in between the words, the soul and Soul Review. And there, even if you go in time, then you will be able to see reels where you see me talk immediately to the camera, because since 1 or 2 years it's more about quotes than truly reels where I'm talking, but you can find them on my page. So if you feel the need to see who is talking and really see it in life, you can see it on my Instagram. More than that, I had a suggestion also to do all tarot readings, and I love that. Sometimes I do. I start with the tarot, but most of the time I don't, simply because I don't know. It's whatever comes up, right? But today I will do a total tarot reading. So let's get into it. I will just shuffle. So what I mean with the whole tarot, it is that even the 9 first cards that I'm taking to have the setting of the reading, I will use the tarot. I had one reading this week where I immediately got into the tarot, but it was really because I had like a phrase coming up to me. So yeah, sometimes there are some readings that are a little bit different, right? So let's see, what are the energies, what are we talking about today, what is going on. So 1 second, because I want to do it also this way. If you've been here, then you know that I love this deck, but it is very difficult to shuffle. I'm still waiting for my beautiful dreamy deck. It is supposed to arrive today because today is the limit date, but I'm afraid that it doesn't mean that it will arrive today, but I really hope so because I'm impatient to have this tarot. It is so dreamy, it's such different energies, and I really want to have it in my collection. So I hope that everything is good for you, that you are peaceful, that you feel safe, protected, that you are drinking your water, right? So let's get into it. Do I have my glasses here? Yes, I do, but those cards are big, so I'm supposed to be able to see what's going on. Oh, we are starting strong. The 7 of Swords. In the second place, we have the Star in reverse. Okay. Somebody didn't act from their higher self with you? Are we surprised? The Moon. Ooh, they are hiding a lot of things. Oh, this is the driving energy. They were trying to hide something. Yeah, trying to get away here with lying, stealing, manipulating. The Two of Wands in reverse. I love to see that. This is the foundation, the stability. There is none. Either they didn't plan well or their plan backfired. Okay. Considering that we are starting here with the Seven of Swords. Listen. Yeah, they should have put a total ending to something and they didn't. We are in the 5th place, so this is the test, the change. What must be done? We have the 10 of Cups. So this is telling me that somebody was acting from a place of anger, resentment, bitterness. They were not acting from a place of happiness, right? So, I kind of feel obvious here that first of all we are talking about someone who was acting in very self-centered ways, trying to hide something. We will get deeper into it, get a little bit more information. But mainly what it is also telling me, it is that this person should have totally stopped doing something because whatever plan they had, it was a very, very bad plan, right? And the saddest part here, it is that in fact, you were in this person's life like a source of emotional fulfillment, right? And they didn't approach you that way at all. Let's take 3 more cards. 1, 2. Okay, so in the healing, we have the Page of Swords. Somebody needs to gain some kind of clarity. Be honest. Learn to be honest. 1 more. Okay. Listen, it is a beautiful reading at the end of the day because we are starting here with someone trying to get away with something, right? Acting towards you. 2nd place, we are talking about relationship, partnerships, all those kind of things. So I kind of feel that we are talking here about you, how they are acting with you, and they are not acting from their higher self. They are not acting from a good place. Why? Because they are trying to hide something. So they might be trying to hide part of their life, or they might be someone avoidant, for example, so they are very uncomfortable with their own feelings, and so they are trying to hide. But when somebody is trying to hide, they cannot have this energy of the 10 of Cups. In order to be in the energy of the 10 of Cups, you need to be totally at peace with who you are. You cannot hide parts of you because then there is no openness. There is no honesty. There is no honesty here. We know it. With the 7 of Swords, we are starting. This is the subject. This is the setting. Somebody trying to get away with something, right? Acting in totally unaligned ways, right? Very bad program. Very, very, like they didn't plan things in a good way, right? So the message that they received over and over again and that they didn't listen to, it was that they were supposed to put a total ending to what they were doing. And so the healing comes here with clarity. This is what's going on. The karma here, we have the 7 of Cups. What does it mean? I kind of feel that their karma, in fact, it is you being seen for who you are. The karma here might also be towards you. Good karma. We have the Queen of Cups here in the upright. You being seen as somebody who is emotionally mature, understanding, loving, caring. Look how this queen here is holding the cup, right? Giving attention to the cup, which means that you are giving attention. Can you see it good? Yeah. You are giving attention to emotions. You are very sensitive, right? And then we have the outcome or the integration. We have the 2 of Cups, right? So I kind of feel here that you might have thought to someone why all their relationships did not work until today, right? We know that we are here with someone who is acting from their wounded self, right? Because otherwise they wouldn't be in this Seven of Swords energy, the moon energy, the star in reverse. The star in reverse also talks at the end of the day about someone who is unhealed, right? We also have the death card here, which is talking about transformation. There is no transformation here. They were stubborn. They were continuing to do exactly the same thing over and over again, right? So the truth is here. There is some kind of aha moment for this person, which is in their healing. So this aha moment is important for their healing. So I truly feel here, I always say that I kind of feel that people connect themselves to the collective, are attracted to the collective. They might show a lot of resistance at a certain point because they think that the collective is one way because of this cups energy, right? Thinking, very emotional, people pleasers, all giving, all understanding, all those kind of things. And when they understand that they might be dealing with an elevated collective, which means a collective that has already started at least to learn about themselves, they have self-awareness, they understand how that they need to operate differently with their empathy because they have already gone through people who have abused them because of their kindness, understanding, empathy, all those kind of things, then very often there is a reaction, right? Because they underestimated you, right? And then suddenly they feel a little bit naked, they feel judged, even though you might not judge them. But they are comparing themselves. Anyway, what they expected to get and what they got is very, very different, right? But at the end of the day, I think that very often the role of the collective, and I think that we can feel it inside of us, we are driven by a willingness to heal the world. And I kind of feel that the lesson that we need to learn, it is that in order to inspire healing, it doesn't come from carrying other people's burdens. It doesn't come from providing them the results of our understanding. Our understanding should come from a place of empathy, but we also have to consider ourselves and make the right decisions. And when we are carrying other people's burdens, emotional burdens, we are not, in fact, putting them in a place of forcing them into their healing, because why would they? We are making it easy on them to continue to act from their unhealed self. So the lesson for the collective, I feel it is to understand that in fact the best way to inspire other people's healing, it is by acting from our healed self, which means no people pleasing, no avoiding discomfort, um, knowing how to deal with our empathy and our understanding, bring it to a higher level, right? Not acting from our wounded inner child that needs understanding, that needs care, that needs support, but being able to see that some people will use this understanding in a very bad way. Very often when you are sharing with someone what you can see about them, the understanding that you have about their wounds, they have a very, very bad reaction. Why? Because suddenly they feel naked and they feel uncomfortable with that. In psychology, we know that in our sessions, the role of the therapist, it is not to say to someone, you are this, that, and that. The person needs to realize it by themselves. Why? Because it can create a very difficult reaction, right? Because somebody needs to be ready to see things about them. And when you, as a collective, with your empathy, with your understanding, you are going to someone and you tell them, listen, I can see this, this, and this, and you want to help them. The intention is beautiful. You might have a very, very bad reaction because the person is not ready to see this about themselves, right? So, okay, let's get a little bit deeper into that. I feel like using this deck today. Quoi, ma puce? Viens, mon amour. Viens, ma princesse. So, just a reminder, this is a collective reading, which means that it's a group reading, which means that it might be for you, it might be partly for you, and it might not be for you. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't take on yourself a story that is not yours. If I am talking about masculines or feminines, I am not especially talking about the gender, I'm talking about the energy from where someone is operating, so please apply it however it applies to the people in your life, and this can be past, present, or future. So let's see, what are we getting here from the Seven of Swords? What are they trying to get away with? Seven of Swords, please. Seven of Swords, please. Seven of Swords. And Six of Swords. Okay, very interesting. So they are trying to get away with lying, stealing, manipulating, backstabbing, whatever they did in the past, right? This is what they are trying to get away with. Okay. And so what they are doing, one second. What they are doing in order to get away, it is simply taking distance. They don't want to think about it. So they are acting without thinking, without putting any weight in what they are doing. So I kind of feel here that the moon, it is, yes, they are hiding things. They are doing things behind closed doors. But I also feel here that we are talking about someone who it kind of feels, to be honest, that we are talking about someone who has no conscience, right? Because if you are looking it at in a blank way, it feels like they have no conscience. At the end of the day, I kind of feel that they have a conscience, and their conscience is very, very heavy, right? So it's not that they don't have a conscience, but they are totally trying to escape their own conscience. They are living in a way where they spend their time running away from themselves and running away from the consequences of their actions. Very interesting, because now I get a different interpretation here. I kind of feel that at the end of the day, the outcome and the integration, it is for them to realize, to get the clarity that in fact, as said, they could have had a happily ever after, that there was here a possibility of a beautiful partnership. We are with the Two of Cups, so we are talking about a partnership. We might be talking about a romantic partnership, but it doesn't have to be. But that in the end of the day, they were dealing here with you who would have been a perfect partner. You are the perfect partner, except that they are not, right? And I kind of feel that this is the awakening that they are going through now, to realize that in fact they are not the good partner. They are not. Okay. Anything more about the Seven of Swords? Hierophant. Yeah, they're trying to get away, but it kind of feels here that you have authority on what is going on. You have some kind of level of understanding. And I kind of feel that this is why they might have even attacked you in some kind of way, even though I don't see the attack here. What I do see, it is acting from a very unaligned place, right? This is what I see. And I see here the dishonesty, being self centered, doing what's comfortable for them without considering morality, ethics, all those kind of things. And, you know, it kind of feels here that we might be talking about someone who is disgusted by people, someone who has gone through some. I'm not making any excuses, let's be very clear here, right? I'm just reading the cards and reading the energy. I'm not making any excuses to anyone, right? But we are talking here about someone who went through some kind of betrayal. And so in their mind now, everybody is bad. Everybody is selfish. Everybody is lying. Everybody is manipulating. Everybody is stealing. And so this is why they might not even have this conscience, right? Maybe they were acting in the past truly from a very respectful place, trying truly to be the best, being very generous in their way of thinking, all those kind of things. But as they had this betrayal in their life, as said, not making any excuses, we are all going through all kind of things, right? Are we acting this way? I don't think so. I know that I don't, right? So truly not making any excuses, but it kind of feels that someone got stuck in the hurt that they have been through, the betrayal, and it totally shifted the way that they saw people around them. And so now they are treating everybody like shit. And so I kind of feel that we are in a self-fulfilling prophecy here, because they thought that you were dishonest, that you were not operating from your heart space, that you were fake, that you were manipulating. So they treated you like shit, and because you are truly somebody honest, we have here the Queen of Cups, we have the Two of Cups, you are somebody who is taking the other in consideration, coming from a place of understanding, willingness to have healthy communication, right? Now they realize that in fact, you don't want to deal with them because they are karmic, right? And so they lost what they are craving the most. They see you now as a Hierophant. And I kind of feel that, considering where this card came out, I kind of feel that while they were acting in very, very dirty ways, and maybe, I kind of feel also somebody who, when they are hurting others, it somehow makes them feel some kind of strength. Like, yes, I got my revenge, even though you didn't do anything to them. But it is kind of, I already talked about that also, those people who let's say that we are talking about a woman and she has been hurt by one man, and now she put all men in the same category, right? All men are like this. I will never ever trust a man anymore. All they want is this and that and that and that. You understand what I mean? This kind of energy. If we are talking about a man, the same thing. They were used or abused. Somebody has used them in the past for some kind of something. So now all women are after money, after all they want is just someone who takes care of them financially. We cannot trust them. You understand what I mean? They just stereotype the whole gender. If we are talking about gender, we might be talking about someone who's stereotyping everybody, you know, might also be. And then I kind of feel that at a moment, while they were in this energy of trying to get away with whatever they were doing, they even felt a deeper need to get away, truly, because they realize that you are acting from a place of morality. With the Hierophant, we are here with the teacher. We are here with someone who respects tradition, they respect morality, they respect ethics. They are truly acting from their higher self, right? It's truly somebody who is a teacher and takes the responsibility of their actions. So I kind of feel that this just made them want to hide even more. Okay, let's see the star in reverse. Okay, the Page of Swords in reverse. Listen, here, to be very honest, what I get, it is that this person was was stalking you, but the intention here was to try to bring some balance. So, does it make sense? I don't know. I kind of feel that, and I'm attracted to the moon here, while they try to run away, they were stalking you and hacking you, trying to get some kind of information about you, because I kind of feel that they knew that you have seen something about them, acting in very sneaky ways. Maybe you have talked to them, said something about their hidden agenda, right? And the hidden agenda might be being simply vengeful because of an experience that they had in the past, right? And so I kind of feel here that they might have been stalking you, getting into your business in order to bring to themselves some kind of balance. But we are with the star in reverse, so I kind of feel that it was more about getting into your business in order to be able to say, you think that you are such a good person, that you are acting so well, never being dishonest. I will show you, I will find the proofs to show that you are dishonest, that you are also acting this way and that way and that way. Trying, in fact, first of all, to convince themselves that the inner narrative that they have, that every person cannot be trusted, that it is true, right? And also to be able to somehow prove to you that you are not who you pretend to be. Except that we see here in the karma that you are totally who you pretend to be. Right? But I kind of feel that this is what it is telling us here with the star in reverse, not acting from a place of alignment, not acting from a place of authenticity, of openness. They were, in fact, Page of Swords in reverse, trying to get some kind of information about you, but not the right way, and it was in order to bring some kind of balance. And I truly feel here that the balance that they were searching, it was to prove to themselves that they were right about their opinion about people, right? So let's see here the moon. Eight of Swords in reverse and the Lovers in reverse. Yeah, they were trying to hide the fact that in fact, right, they are not acting from their higher self. You know, at the end of the day, the manipulators or the devil, or however you want to present it, they don't present themselves as being a dark person, right? No, they are full of charm. This is why they are so deceiving, because they have this energy of someone that you think that you should be able to trust them, right? On the surface. On the surface. This is why also they succeed with their smear campaign and all those things, because the best I won't find a word. The best liars appear to be extremely honest, right? Uh, Once again, we see that most people who are acting in the ugliest ways, they have some kind of title, right? When we hear that a nurse is a horrible unaliver, how is it possible? It's a nurse. A doctor, they have this kind of reputation of saving lives. So how is it possible? All we see here with all what is coming up information wise, Epstein and all those kind of things, what are we seeing? They are all philanthropists, right? Philanthropists. Or those who have like associations in order to help the children when in fact they are PDFs, right? So we know that. So their problem here, it is the Eight of Swords. They couldn't blind you and prison you into the reality that they wanted, right? You could see here that they were not acting from their higher self, the Lovers in reverse. This was their problem. This is what they wanted to hide. So if there was a smear campaign against you, this is the reason. Because this person knew that they didn't succeed to confuse you. They didn't succeed to make you believe that you are the problem. That they gaslit you, obviously, right? They try to make you believe that you are the problem. You see things that don't exist, right? This is what they were trying to do. Put you in a mental prison, that you would be so confused that you wouldn't be able to see them for who they are. It didn't work. It didn't work. You saw very, very clearly. Okay, tell me here about the Two of Wands in reverse. Interesting. We have the Seven of Cups and the Temperance here. Yeah, so the plan that didn't work, it was trying to confuse you, but they never considered how, in fact, you are balanced. You have alchemized whatever they were trying to do. There is a lot of stability here, right? It kind of feels that you have this ability to know what is yours and what is not. So yes, you might have been confused during some time, especially that we have here the Page of Swords. So this person might have had some kind of information that you don't understand where the information is coming from. There might even be here some kind of gang stalking, right? Because we have here someone who was trying to keep you very, very confused. This was the idea, to make you believe that you are the problem. So I don't know what they did, but it kind of feels that there might not have been a lot of limits here, especially that we know that they were doing here something that they needed to stop doing totally, and they didn't. And we have here a whole plan that backfired, right? So they were trying to create some kind of confusion inside of you. They didn't realize how stable you are. It doesn't mean that you are I don't know, some kind of always peaceful, always stable. Oh, no. But whatever they projected on you, you knew that it was not the case. The confusion that they tried to put on you, you knew that there was something like, you know, if they were trying to convince you that you are delusional, no, no, didn't work, right? I kind of truly feel that they have underestimated you. They have underestimated you. This is what I feel here. We also have the Earth Angel here, right? So it can represent you and your energy, you knowing truly where you are coming from. So if this person was trying to project on you intentions, and it kind of feels here that the intentions that they projected on you were so far of who you are. We have here the energy of the Queen of Cups, and you can be a masculine and carry this energy of the Queen of Cups. But if somebody is painting you as a cheater, painting you as, I don't know, the social climber, we saw the social climber, right? Like a narcissist, someone with a hidden agenda. No, 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 right? If they tell you that you are too sensitive, maybe it's something that you might doubt yourself, because this talks your language. But here it truly feels that this person had some kind of perception of the world that people are all coming from a place of taking from them, manipulating them, social climb from them, gold diggers, all those kind of things, right? Which, at the end of the day, let's be honest, a lot of people are this way, right? But not everybody is this way. And if in the beginning you are coming from the place that everybody is this way, you are missing out. You are missing out. This is why I also tell you that it's so important to maintain a clean heart, because at the end of the day, if you are in this energy that everybody is like this and everybody is like this, they won. The karmics won, because you will isolate yourself from great things that can happen in your life, because the self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So here, as said, you might be carrying this energy of the Earth Angel, so whatever they were projecting on you, that was like the Pentacles in reverse, right? It doesn't align at all, at all. So it was kind of easy for you to see that no, this is not me, you are just projecting from your own wounds, it has nothing to do with me, right? And we might also be talking here about some kind of higher power. It might be your higher self, it might be the highest, it might be angels, guides that has truly poured into you some kind of information to help you with this whole situation here, right? So anyway, their plan didn't work. Their plan to confuse you didn't work because it was truly based on trying to convince you that you are someone that you are absolutely not, right? So, the Death in reverse. Yeah, acting like total fools. Yeah, Four of Cups, listen. Four of Cups, it is just saying the same thing, because the Death in reverse here in this place, right, especially in the fifth place, it is saying you have to stop doing something. You have to stop doing something, but you don't. And here we have the Four of Cups. This is the Four of Cups. Yeah, this is being very, very... I thought it was the Four of Pentacles in the beginning, but at the end of the day, the Four of Cups also. It is like they don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. They are closed off. They don't listen to their intuition. They don't listen to whatever somebody is telling them. They are just stubborn, closed off, and doing whatever they want to do. That's it. And so when they get the message that they have to stop doing what they are doing, they are not stopping to do what they are doing. And what they are doing is acting like total fools. No respect for anything. Not for the hurt they cause, not for the consequences. You know, as they were underestimating you, they were overestimating themselves. You know, this is also why a lot of narcissists, at the end of the day, they are falling. because they underestimate other people and they overestimate themselves. So their perception is totally fucked up. So they are making huge mistakes. They believe that people are stupid. And when somebody believes that people are stupid, what's going on? They are revealing themselves. And they are so sure that they would win. You know, we see it very often, and it's terrible because in those situations, very often, you know, I'm talking about a relationship where two people are in a toxic relationship. One of them is a narcissist, and so the other one wants to leave, and they have a child in common. So the narcissist is saying things like, and you will see, and I will take the child, and you won't have custody of the child, and this and that, while at the same time, right? And it's terrible because sometimes, sadly, they succeed to do it. It's horrible. But most of the time, first of all, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because simply the reality shows something that no judge will give them, the child, right? Because in the history of time with the child, it is seen that this person is not a good parent. They might even have, you know, something in the police saying that they are aggressive, that they are dangerous. But no. They are convinced that they are better, and they will be able to convince the judge that they are qualified in order to be totally in charge of the child. As said, sometimes, sadly, it works, but most of the time, it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. And their partner, being under this abuse and this confusion for so much time, they are truly fearful. They are truly fearful. And this is also one of the issues there, because once somebody is fearful, they don't succeed to fight the fight the right way, right? So here, yeah, acting like total fools. They had to stop, they have been guided to stop, and they didn't. They didn't. Death in reverse. Yeah, I don't know why. I felt the need to shuffle, so let's shuffle. Okay, let's see here if there's anything more about this death in reverse. Strength. Yeah, they were trying to overpower you, not understanding, or overpower the situation, not understanding that in fact they are just giving you more and more control because they are acting in such foolish ways that at the end of the day, all they are doing, it is exposing themselves, right? Tell me here about the Ten of Cups. It was the Ace of Pentacles, but I don't know how it fell. So I will just put it back because it's important. An ace, I need to know how it's falling. We have the Moon again, the Two of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. Okay. It kind of feels that they were trying to present some kind of confusion that they don't want you, they are not interested in you, or that you are not a good partner. And we see here at the end, we have also these Two of Cups here, and we have the Ten of Cups here. So at the end of the day, people around them, the Three of Pentacles, people that were working with them, right? They were trying to convince them that you are not someone to partner with, right? But at the end of the day, what is seen is the total opposite. Because in the karma we have here the Queen of Cups. So every person that gets a little bit into your business, trying to understand who you are, they see that whatever they are saying, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And I kind of feel here, right, that there was also an intention the moment that they realized that you were in this Queen of Cups energy, and it was too late. It was too late because you could already see, you already saw who they were, right? You already knew that they were not a good partner. So I kind of feel that they were trying also to hide you from other people. They didn't want other people to approach you because they knew that any person that would partner with you, being in a relationship, in a friendship, in business, it doesn't matter what, right? They knew that this person would have a lot of success, a lot of happiness, and they didn't want it to happen. They wanted to destroy every possible association, relationship, partnership coming to your life. This was also one of their intentions. So not only because they were afraid that you would say who they are, because you know who they are, right? They were afraid of that, but also because they knew that they missed out on something and they couldn't handle the idea that somebody else would have access to you. Yeah, okay. We might truly be talking about work here, even though it doesn't have to be, right? But we have the Three of Pentacles here. So with the Pentacles, it is truly, we are talking about co-working, but it is to build something. We are not with the Three of Cups. If it was the Three of Cups, it's more about celebration, happiness, fun. Here it is very concrete. We are with the Pentacles. So you have the ability to build a Ten of Cups, right? And they know that. And they didn't want anyone to build something with you. And this is why they were trying to present you. If we are talking about a romantic partner, right? They might have said that you have a STD, for example, so that nobody would want to be in a relationship with you, for example, right? If it's about business, then they could have said that you are a loser, that that they worked with you and that you stole from them, or something like that, right? That you are not trustworthy, that all those kind of things. If it's a friend, they might have said that, I don't know. I, I kind of feel that you understand the idea here, right? They would find exactly what to say in order for people not to want to associate themselves with you and not partner with you in however way it is. So, the Page of Swords. Tell me here about the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords, the truth, the information that is coming out here, it is that this person is acting from a very bitter, cynical, critical, resentful, manipulative place. They are lying. They are bitter and resentful. This is what they are. This is the truth that is coming out now. And this is also the truth that they need to face about themselves. We are here in the place of healing. So they have to face it about themselves. The fact that they have built a whole narrative, thinking that other people were all gold diggers, all takers, all this, all that, that they couldn't trust anyone, right? And now they have to face the fact that they are just stuck in old wounds, right? And that they are the ones treating people like shit. This is what they need to face, right? Because at the end of the day, the truth that is also coming out, it is how loving, caring, generous, fair you are. How you wanted to help them. how understanding you have been, how generous you have been truly here, right? Queen of Cups. Beautiful. Yeah, they are burdened. They are burdened now because they realize that in their mind, okay, we get into their mind where everybody is evil. You are the light. You are the light. You are the person that they could have trusted, but now you don't trust them. They know that you are the person with who they could have had this ideal relationship, right? If they would have acted with respect towards you. But now you don't want them. You don't want them, right? 10 of Wands, they are very, very burdened by that because, as said, they don't trust anyone, and now the only person that they trust, it is you. But you don't trust them. So they are burdened because they know that they could have had a 10 of Cups with you. Simply, they are not good enough for the 10 of Cups with you. So, the 2 of Cups, please. Okay. Yeah, they are totally losing ground. They are totally losing ground, I kind of feel, because, as said, they wanted to hide the fact that you are partnership material, that you are a great partner to have. As said, it doesn't matter which kind of partner. We are with the 2 of Cups here, we are talking about partnership, right? Can be any kind of. But you are an ideal partner. And this is what they were trying to hide. This is what they were trying to block from coming towards you. But we have here the 4 of Wands. They are losing ground. I want to have a little bit more information here about that. First of all, give me one more card here about this 2 of Cups. Listen, it kind of feels that they know that there is someone that wants to have this partnership with you. It might even be more than one person, right? You know, it's so stupid because by contrast, they have painted you in such a dark light, right? That by contrast, just, even if you were not a Queen of Cups, which you totally are, but even if you were a Page of Cups, it doesn't matter. They painted you as the devil. You understand? So by contrast, it was obvious that it would come out that you are not how they painted you to be. Right? Yeah, they are totally stressed out. Because I kind of feel that people can see now that they were trying to block your stability. They knew that you were happy. They knew that the 10 of Cups was yours. This is your energy. You are in the energy maybe of the 9 of Cups or the 10 of Cups. You have what it takes to be happy. They don't, because they are bitter. They are resentful. They are in a destruction energy. They are unhealed. And they believe in their narrative. So they cannot bring to themselves a happily ever after because their energy is so karmic, is so negative. But you are in this energy of the Queen of Cups. So you are in the energy that leads to the 10 of Cups. You are the 10 of Cups. You represent the 10 of Cups, right? So the moment they realized it, they were totally stressed out because they needed people to see you. I kind of feel, that they might have done everything in their power in order to convince you that their way of thinking is the right way of thinking, that you are stupid, naive, blind to the reality, all those kind of things, right? So they have created a horrible situation for you in order for you to become, hoping that you would become bitter, resentful, like they are, right? This is what they wanted to do, to destroy your stability, take out the smile of your face. This is what they wanted, because they needed to prove to themselves, first of all, that they were right. They didn't want to question themselves. They didn't want to question themselves, right? Okay. Let's go to closure, please. Closure. What do you want the collective to know? Yeah, it's totally over. It's totally over. Whatever we have, again, the death here. But here it is in the end. So whatever they were doing, right? It's totally over. It's done. There is no transformation here. The death card is in reverse. This is an ending for a transformation, a better beginning. Here it's not the case. It's over. It's over. It's over because whatever idea they put in people's minds, right? It doesn't stick anymore. People are not listening to them anymore. People are not listening to them anymore. So at the end of the day, right? They wanted to bury you. They wanted to bury you and they wanted to destroy you, right? To prove that they are right, that you are stupid, naive, unaware, or they might have been very resentful, thinking that if you are still happy, it means that nothing bad ever happened in your life, right? So that you are some kind of privileged. But they have created here a situation with a lot of hurt, a lot of injustice coming towards you. So and you are still in this energy of the Queen of Cups. So whatever narrative they were telling to themselves, right? It doesn't hold. It doesn't hold. Because now they have the proof that no matter what you are going through, you are still maintaining your morality, your heart space, your ethics, all of it. You might be more protective. And as the collective, we need to learn to be protective of our energy, of our empathy, of all those kind of beautiful qualities, right? Because this person is not wrong about the fact that some people are takers, some people are gold diggers, some people are manipulators, but they became the worst of all. The worst of all. Like they saw that some people are embodying the devil, they became the worst devil of all. Right? So yes, whatever idea they were trying to put in people's minds, right? Yeah. It's not working. It's not working anymore. I need a little bit more here, please. Listen. You are heading here. Listen. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. You are stable. You are in a good place. You are much more stable than what they ever thought, right? And they thought that your stability came because you had an easy life and they couldn't stand it. While between us, they might have had an easier life than yours. I don't know, but it is also possible because we are not talking about reality. We are talking about the emotional capacity of someone, right? So listen. This is what they see. Whatever they did to you, you alchemized it the best way possible. You are still taking care of yourself. And the fact that you are taking care of yourself is leading to a 10 of Pentacles. With the 10 of Pentacles, we also have, this is talking about legacy. You are leaving a legacy here. You are transforming the community. You are important to the community. And the community can see it now. And what they also see it is that this person is a master manipulator. This is what it is. Their plan is destruction. Their plan is to bring others down. They cannot stand to see other people happy. Look. Look. Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they want people to be exhausted. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Now they are exhausted. They don't know what to do anymore. Their plan has failed. They don't know what to do anymore. And you are in control of the situation here. They wanted to create a tower in your life. It is in theirs. It is in theirs. King of Pentacles. Yeah, they see you as a missed opportunity. Yeah, look. Who do we have here? I'm leaving a second for you to answer. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is how they painted you when this is them. They might even be a King of Pentacles in reverse, because I see dishonesty here. The Queen of Pentacles, yeah, she might also be dishonest because she's overbearing and it's all about status and it's all about power and superficiality and being very materialistic and dependent, superficial, insecure, all those kind of things. But here I truly feel that we are talking here about someone who has no ethics, no morality, no values, nothing. So like the corrupted one is more the King of Pentacles. But I kind of feel that this is how they painted you. This is how they painted you. And they wanted to totally block you. For you to be totally blocked. Nothing coming your way. This is what they wanted. But you looked the other side. There was a smear campaign. The smear campaign is here. Yeah, but you look the other side. Yeah, now they are stuck in a Wheel of Fortune in reverse. They are totally blocked. Because you move forward. You had the courage to move forward. You put up boundaries, protecting yourself, protecting your peace, right? And so they couldn't get the information that they wanted. We saw here that they were trying to get into your business here, right? Stalking you. Yeah, they couldn't get the information that they wanted. So they couldn't smooth talk you. They couldn't because you were already far away. Right? Yeah, so at the end of the day, you have the support of the community here. You have the support of the community and they are seen for who they are. Look. High Priestess in reverse. A dark witch. It might be a masculine, right? And it doesn't mean that they are doing witchery, right? They might be doing, they don't have to do voodoo, right? Spell work, lying about people, manipulating, smear campaign, all of those, it is black magic at the end of the day, right? Yeah, emotional manipulator. Look the difference. This is their energy, and then we have here your energy. Look. Acting from your higher self, listening to your higher self, guided by the light. Okay, so listen, I think that I will leave it here. I kind of feel that we have a clear image of what's going on. Yeah, they had to stop their bullshit. They decided not to. Yeah, they didn't want other people to see your value. At the end of the day, they did the total opposite because they attracted eyes on you and they painted you in such a dark light that people could only see the reality. And at the end of the day, as said, you might have been a page of cups and already people would have liked you, right? Because they painted you as the devil. But now what people are seeing, and this is what at the end of the day, this is what this person realized. In the beginning, they put you in this narrative that you are like all other men, women, whatever, people, you know, we might be talking about racism or something like that, it might also be. Because you are like that, and so it means that you are that, right? Yeah. And the moment that they realize that in fact you were the light, you were the different, they couldn't have it that somebody else would have access to you. They couldn't have it. We are talking here about somebody very, very jealous because they are bitter, resentful, all those kind of things. They are also jealous. They, in fact, they kind of hate people, right? With the narrative that they have inside of their mind, they hate people because they have been hurt in the past. They hate at least a category of people. Let's say that we are talking about a man, you are a woman, so they hate women, right? Because a woman hurt them in the past, maybe two, they hate women, right? Yeah, at the moment they realize that in fact you are carrying this energy of the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Queen of Cups, loving, caring, a beautiful partner. They knew that you are the best partner that there is. They couldn't stand it. They had to destroy it, but at the end of the day, they wanted to destroy it for you, but also all the people that they used. They are realizing now, right, that this person wanted to destroy it for them, because think that maybe this person has a few very good friends that needed a partner like you for something. They have intentionally destroyed it, so they are not even a good friend. They are not a good friend, they are not a good partner, they are nothing. They are nothing. They would destroy just out of their own bitterness. So, this being said, I will leave it here. I'll see you in the comments. I wish you a beautiful day, afternoon, evening, whenever you are watching this. Until very, very soon. Bye.